The opinions expressed in the following program are not necessarily those of Eastlink TV, its sponsors, or partners.
Hi there, I'm Gloria McCluskey. You're watching Destination Dartmouth. I'm downtown Dartmouth on Portland Street this morning in front of Little C Canteen. And my guest is Tim Rissesco, Executive Director of Downtown Dartmouth Business Association. And I hope you can hear me through all the noise that's going on down here with the progress being made with improvements. Hi, I'm Gloria McCluskey. Welcome to Destination Dartmouth. My destination this morning is beautiful downtown Dartmouth. I'm here at Little C Takeout, which is part of the great Canteen restaurant. And my guest this morning is Tim Rissesco, Executive Director of the Downtown Dartmouth Business Commission.
Well, welcome back to downtown Dartmouth.
Thanks, Tim, and thank you for coming here this morning. We have so much to talk about in this great downtown Dartmouth. I was thinking this morning, Tim, before I came down, living in downtown Dartmouth, you have every service you ever need except for a grocery store, and that will come. That
will come. So you might have to make a run out every week or so to get some of the stuff at the larger grocery stores. But between the Marché at King's Wharf and the Alderny Market, and some of the shops along Portland Street, you can almost pick up everything you need to get through a week.
Yeah, and you know, we have the market, we have the beautiful trail, which is down here. We have all the great little stores now on Portland. We even have the undertaker down here, so you can die down here and be looked after.
Well, cradle to grave, I guess.
Cradle to grave.
With children's store and
yeah.
Yes.
Tim, how long have you been Executive Director?
I've been Executive Director since June of 2012, so 5 years and a bit now.
So what have you seen happen over those 5 years?
A lot of people have come to downtown Dartmouth to open up their own stores. We have a lot of independent shopkeepers.
A lot of women too.
A lot of women, mostly women opening up shops. I don't know what is with that. They're a little bit more courageous or a little bit more entrepreneurial than their male counterparts. But we have I've seen about 20, 25 new businesses open, and just about all of them have stayed. The ones that have closed, they've left for other reasons, whether their lives have taken them outside of Nova Scotia, but the stores have stayed. We have great places like the Canteen that continue to grow. We have Kept, the Train Yard, Bodega, great little stores, all run independent and eclectic. You won't find them anywhere else.
No, that's the great part of it.
Yeah.
But the one thing we need in downtown Dartmouth, Tim, we need more people living here.
More people, yes. So hoping we'll get more buildings built, both apartment buildings and townhouses and condos. We do have the King's Wharf development that's
Great
well
catalyst.
underway. Yeah, and then other buildings like the Avery and up where Ferguson Auto used to be on Octoloni.
Finally.
Yeah, finally you see that. The hole is quite deep. Some people wondered when they'd stop digging the hole, but they're starting to. We'll see that open in 2019 as a beautiful apartment building, and then there's other spaces around there.
And of course, the development that was approved behind the Greenvale.
Well, we'll see if we see that or not.
Yes. Tried to
yeah.
sell it after the approval.
Yeah. So we'll see. There hasn't been any progress there. And then there's a space on Victoria Road that's a possible site as well, the corner of Victoria and Queen Street.
Yes.
We'll hopefully over the next 6 to 12 months, HRM Council will pass the center plan and the downtown Dartmouth plan, and there'll be more certainty about the height of buildings.
The center plan has been so long coming.
So long coming, and when I am walking around downtown Dartmouth, people aren't asking for height. They're asking for scale. They want to keep the character of the area.
Yes.
They want more people, and we see it in other cities. You can go a lot of different cities around the world, and you can get more people living downtown without necessarily building tall
High-rise.
buildings.
Would kind of destroy the character.
Yeah.
Because Dartmouth has its own character.
Well, yeah, we want to keep that. We want to keep
Community-like.
Yeah. So keep a community where people like Doug and Renee can open up a restaurant like this, and
be so busy.
be successful and be able to walk to work. They just live, a few blocks from here.
Yeah.
That's what people want to see.
Well, that's the great part of downtown Dartmouth. You can walk anywhere here.
Yeah.
Within a short distance, you can find everything you need.
I mean, we could leave this place right now, and be up and around Lake Binook, do a 45-minute, 5-kilometer walk.
Right.
It's there's no other place people would want to live.
Or you could walk from ferry to ferry.
Ferry to ferry, exactly.
Beautiful walk along the waterfront.
Yeah.
But Tim, so you had your open street down here recently.
Yeah, Switch.
Switch.
It just keeps growing. It's a 4th year of that.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so we had close to 7,000 people were down.
Isn't that great?
We had,
people love that.
Yeah.
But the one thing we didn't mention that we have on the street, we have Joel Plaska.
Yeah, so with Joel, he put a stage on for Switch, and he's opened up, he's had his record studio downtown for a number of years.
I know he has.
But just recently he opened up a record store and a cafe, and his bass player.
And a barbershop.
Barbershop, yeah.
Yeah, and he, that's where he does his recording now.
Yeah.
And there he is. Great studio.
Well, yeah, Chris is his bass player, and he's the barber in there.
Yeah.
For Elk.
Oh, he's
yeah.
also the bass player.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's 2 chairs in there and a record store. Vinyl seems to be popular these days.
Vinyl's
People,
really coming
yeah.
back. I have a lot of them in my basement.
Well, you should maybe, there might be some classics in there.
I should bring them down
Yeah.
to Taz.
To Taz.
So we're going to wrap up this segment, Tim, and we'll be back. Destination Dartmouth will be back to continue to talk about the great attributes that downtown Dartmouth offers. Welcome back to Destination Dartmouth. I'm here with Tim Rissesco, Executive Director of Downtown Dartmouth Business Commission, and we've changed location. We're now in front of the Great Creperie on Portland Street. You've eaten the crepes here, Tim?
Yeah, I've eaten more times than I probably should, but it's
very
so
good.
It's so good. There's so many places to have brunch in downtown Dartmouth.
So many places.
We
to have
came up
brunch.
from the canteen. Here we are at the Creperie. You can
Yeah.
always also catch brunch at Picnic at Dart, and then as well Ma Bell's,
Yes.
and at 73 as well. You can get great breakfast.
Oh, 73
yeah,
Fusion.
for brunch on
yeah.
the weekends. Yes.
There are lots of places to eat in downtown Dartmouth now.
Yes.
And I haven't tried them all, but
I tried to get around.
I'll get around
Yeah.
and try them all. What's your favorite? You wouldn't say.
I can't say. I have a lot of different favorite ones. I don't know, for pizza, I do the whole circuit. I start at Ravenna's and go to Stone Pizza and Ya's, and then the Hungry Hut.
Oh yeah.
They're all great pizza, great places to eat. And then lunch, there's all kinds of great lunch places down here, from Cafe 98, good home cooked lunches, to
That's on Portland Street.
yeah, on Portland Street at 98 Portland. And then Celtic Corner is always a great place for lunch as well.
Yes.
For supper, there's all kinds of nice places to go out for dinner in downtown Dartmouth, whether it's the Wooden Monkey, or Il Trullo, or 73. Battery Park, great food in all those places.
Yeah. I haven't been to Battery Park, but I must go there. You know, you try not to eat too much.
No.
And it's hard when there's so much good food around.
Well, one good thing about Battery Park is they're into small plates, so you can order several
yes.
things off the menu and sample it all.
Yeah, somebody told me that, as well as sample beers.
And sample beer as well. It's a beautiful place for beer, and You know, you can go to the market now and sample a lot of craft beer as well. We have Brightwood Beer and Nine Lock Beer, all kinds of craft breweries in downtown Dartmouth, or that you can buy in downtown Dartmouth. The craft brewers are somewhere else, but they're here.
And when we're talking about good places to eat, we didn't talk about Evans Seafood.
Oh, Evans in the market,
Evans
yes.
in the market, great fish and chips.
Yes.
Great hot lobster rolls.
Yeah. No, that's a favorite. That's a favorite of my family and I as well.
Yeah, so there's so many good places.
Yeah. Well, even the market, you can go spend the morning at the market and pick up a lot of great stuff to eat there or to take home for the day.
The market is wonderful. And now with the tent, we can accommodate so many more vendors.
Yeah. No, it makes for a destination. Like, that's how I like to see Dartmouth grow, is have more destinations like the market and things to do.
And the music at the market. You can go down there, have a coffee, and sit and relax and listen to the music.
No, they do an amazing job with that market.
And music is great for the soul.
Alderney Landing and the Crag Gallery, it's all there.
Great, just great. They do a great job in trying to accommodate everybody too.
Yeah. Well,
because Lisa's always trying to fit everybody in.
Yeah.
And as you said, there's good food there too.
It's like old home week when you go there as well. You get to see all your neighbors.
Well, it takes a long time to get in and out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have a new restaurant, as we said, down at King's Wharf.
Yeah, Il Trullo.
Watch.
Yeah. Oh, the Watch coming.
Yeah, the Watch.
Yes.
It's coming, yeah.
A wine bar and restaurant. That should be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't been in to see them. I was talking to them about the concept, but opening this fall.
Oh, they're not opening until the fall.
Yeah. So maybe by the time we're on live, they'll be open.
Yeah, they'll be open then at the time
Yeah.
the show's on. So anyway, Tim, we've talked about all the good places to eat. We've talked about every service being available down
Yeah,
here.
I mean, great tailor shops down here.
Everything.
The Metro Tailor, Angie's Tailor, Hiltz's. Probably you remember Hiltz's shoes. I don't, but Hiltz's is the go-to place if you need any leather work done.
Any
or
leather
shoes.
work. Yeah, your
shoes
shoes
done.
repaired or stretched or whatever.
Yeah.
And then if you need any dental work, if you need medical attention, it's all here.
All kinds of medical services.
Within this very, and legal, within this very small area.
And one thing I've noticed is my 5 years down here helping to grow it is the support that we get from the neighborhoods around. I think everybody is rooting for downtown Dartmouth.
I think so.
Yeah.
It's a great spot. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't we root for
No. And the community support that we get down for the festivals and events that happen down here is always great.
it? Right, yeah.
And one thing we didn't talk about, a place to eat that you had a part in, is the oven. So the community oven.
Oh, yes, my oven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's open on Thursdays and open on Saturdays.
That's great. That oven has become so popular when I met with Jeff that time and he told me about it in Dufferin Park and I said, oh, we have to have that. And we did, and it is so popular.
Yeah, hundreds of people go through there on a day in the summer. And I guess it's open by chance in the fall and spring. But all through the summer, we're open on Thursdays and Saturdays down there.
And we have our skateboard park just up the hill.
Yeah, always see people up at the skateboard park.
So you can live down here and you're also very close to the skateboard park. Let's talk just briefly about your job.
So as the executive director, I report to a board. Downtown Dartmouth Business Commission is for the members. So everybody that has a commercial property or business down here, those are the people that I work for.
Yes.
And we run programs to help keep the street clean, help market the area, help attract new businesses and new residents, and we organize events and we do some stuff to help keep the area more beautiful. We do plantings or we do the decorations at Christmas time.
And they pay so much money based on their
Yes.
assessment, I believe.
Yeah,
is
there's
it?
a special area rate on their commercial property tax.
Which goes to fund
goes,
your office.
Goes to fund the commission.
And the things you do.
And the things we do. So we have a budget of just over $300,000 for the year, and we run all our programs out of that money.
And I have to remark on the beautiful flowers this year.
Yeah, so that's a partnership. That's HRM puts in the planters and the baskets.
They always do a great job, but this year those planters are spectacular.
Yeah.
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 Okay, we're going to wrap up this segment of our interview, and but we invite you to come back. We'll be back in a few minutes with Destination Dartmouth and Tim Rissesco. This is Destination Dartmouth, and I'm here with Tim Rissesco. We've moved location again. We're located now just outside the building where Joel Plaskett records. So as I said earlier, Joel is on the street, and that's another great part of living here. You run into Joel every once in a while. So Tim, welcome back. Tim, I thought what we talk about this time, we'd talk about what you'd like to see happen downtown Dartmouth. You deal, you're dealing dealing with the people who are down here, the businesses. What do you hear from them?
Well, I mean, overall, we like to see more people living downtown. So, and that'll come over time. But for the street itself, we need to people like our street events. It'd be nice to be able to close Portland Street from time to time and just have it as a pedestrian mall. Get rid of the vehicles going up and down it, and just enjoy it. Have a maybe once a week, have a street party.
That would be great. For years I talked about having little kiosks out there, table where you could grab your newspaper, sit down and have a coffee, and what a beautiful view. You look down at the harbor, and
yeah, it is a beautiful view when you look down and you see the harbor.
Just a great spot.
Yeah,
and it's too bad we can't do more of that.
Well, we'll see. I mean, what holds us back right now is some of the costs of closing the street from time to time. But those are things that we should be able to work with HRM to do, and get the board on side and get the businesses on side. I think those sorts of things could be possible.
And the businesses have no problem with the street
closing? Really, people spend more money when they're out of their cars than when they're driving in their cars. Yeah. So the businesses like to see the foot traffic.
Good.
Other things, I mean, it would be nice to get the museum built and have that as an attraction. We need more attractions in downtown Dartmouth, and that'll come over time, hopefully.
I'm very disappointed. I've heard that the museum is now slated for 2020.
Wow.
The building's sold, the money is there toward the museum, but yet nothing has been put in the capital fund. And in the meantime, all of our artifacts are up in a warehouse. So you're right, what an additional reason or another reason for people to come and look at all the wonderful artifacts that we have, the history.
The history, people want to see that. We have up at the other end of Portland Street, up along Prince Albert Road, they're building the recreation of the Marine Railway with the Shubenacadie Canal Commission, and that'll be an attraction. And they're doing some work on the Sawmill River, and hopefully that adds another element, aesthetic element to the downtown. But it's getting people here for things to do, and we need to program the space as well. In the summertime, we have a couple concerts in the Peace Pavilion with Rhapsody Quintet, and then the Jazz Festival.
And that Peace Pavilion, since amalgamation was so neglected. When I was mayor, we had busloads of people who would come to visit the Peace Pavilion. And then it was just nothing happened.
Right, and so that's my argument is we have something like that. Everybody likes to sometimes spend capital or do that, but the other side of the equation is programming. I'd like to see HRM do more programming on the Dartmouth waterfront and at Sullivan's Pond to provide activities for people to come and see.
because Sullivan's Pond is such a gem.
It's a beautiful little
And
spot.
people love to go there to the concerts.
Yes.
I was out there Canada Day, and even though the weather was rather iffy,
Yeah.
there were quite a number of people around,
Yeah,
and they
people
really
like
enjoyed it.
like the concerts, and that's something I'd like to see. I mean, there was a hiatus this past summer with them on every Sunday, but I'd like to see those concerts back next summer. People like to get out to those.
And there's so many seniors around there.
Yeah, seniors enjoy them, and families enjoy them as well. It's a beautiful park to hang out with children and enjoy the afternoon.
It's beautiful. So Tim, I'm asking you now, if you could request anything for downtown Dartmouth, what would you be looking for?
I always say aquarium and people laugh at me, but we need something, a large attraction like that on this side that would give tourists from away that come to the Halifax waterfront a reason to take the ferry, which I think is an attraction in itself, but to bring people over, 3 or 4 things like Alderney Landing and Ferry Terminal Park, the museum, the shops on Portland Street, an aquarium. I guess when blue sky, that's what I.
And you know, this summer we are having down at Alderney. They're opening up a space where they're going to have jellyfish and crabs and all that sort of thing.
Yeah,
where people can go in and
the
see
touch
them.
tank.
The touch tank, yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be great. So that's one of the things you're asking for.
But that's a blue sky. I mean, that's a big purchase, and on the flip side of it, I like to be reasonable. But I think we create a bit of a pedestrian mall on Portland Street. That might be a start, with like you say, the kiosks.
I think the pedestrian mall would be a big thing.
Yeah.
With the kiosks and just invite people down, to sit around and socialize and in the great downtown.
Yes.
Well, Tim, we're coming to the end of our conversation on Destination Dartmouth, and we've talked about all the great things down here and the many, many reasons why people should move down here or just come down to visit. Yeah. And thank you so much for taking time out of your busy morning to be here with me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's always great to see you downtown.
Yeah. My next interview will be with David Jones, the Dartmouth historian, and we'll be talking about the history of Dartmouth. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.